Hello, hi there Libras, thank you and welcome to my channel. My name is Bella and most people know me as Bella the Secret Psychic, and how I do all of my readings is with the help of my spirit guides, so bear with me. I don't do these like other people where I pull out tarot cards. I basically tune in because that's how I do all of my readings with the help of my spirit guides to give you some general themes and overviews, to give you some guidance on your month basically when it comes to your love life. And if you'd like to know more about me and my services, perhaps you're looking for a private reading, then all the links are down below. Or perhaps you'd like to join me on my Facebook page where I give some daily guidance there also too. So Libras, for most of you who are regulars, you know I just dive right in there. So the first thing that my guys are saying here, there's, like I say, an important message coming across. It feels for some Libras two things. The first thing I want to say is there's somebody that has been mighty stubborn, probably bordering on arrogant, very much keeping their selves to themselves or not very much communicating themselves. Let's just say not being in their best version of themselves, and they are romantic to you. So it doesn't matter whether you're single and you've met somebody and they're like this, or they're your husband, or whether they are an ex, or whether they are whoever they are to you. Let's just say I feel like you're going to get nicely surprised, because the message is saying from this person that's been like as cold as ice, and my guides are singing that song, as cold as ice, you know that one. I'm not going to sing it because I'll embarrass myself, but they've been pretty cold, right? A message of pure love is coming your way from them. It's going to surprise you, oh my goodness, because it's kind of nice and days. It's like the ice queen has melted and says something that just, you're just like, to the point where you're like, who are you? Why are you saying that to me? Because it's like, so sometimes if someone's done wrong or been a certain way, sometimes it can take time to warm up into them being their nice. It feels like they could go a while being really cold, not talking to you, and then suddenly you get a text message that's just like, oh, you're on my mind, I'm missing you, and or I love you, or something that you like, huh? Nicer. You see the smile, like you're very, it's nice, but you're like suspicious. And if you're, sorry, I have to be specific here, if you're a Libra male, it feels like you might be doing that to somebody else. Not that you've been cold, but I think that you may be also giving a message of pure love to somebody, which they really kind of need at this time. So if that's you and it's been lingering about whether you should do something and you're a Libra male, then do it, because it will be well met, particularly in the love month as well. So do it. So that's how I would say that message seems to come in on the first couple of weeks. I think for most of you it may be on Valentine's Day, because it's you know, it's the time for the ice king or queen to probably thaw, because I don't think it's self-serving them in any way, because the fact that they need to give you a message of love means that they were holding you in a cage in their heart anyhow. They're just taking their mask off for a moment just to share it with you, aren't they? Which is good. It means you've got something to work with, basically. So that being said, I just kind of want to look at what's coming up sort of week by week for you guys to kind of think about when it comes to your love life. So I get here that in the first couple of weeks here, you've got, I don't know, it feels to me, I mean, it feels all right. If I'm being honest with you, there's nothing spectacular happening. I'm being honest with you. Nothing spectacular sort of happening. I get here, you're sort of balancing, you know, your dating, or you're balancing your relationship quite well. And you're just getting on with things. In the second week, like I said, message, I think it's of the first 2 weeks, but I feel like it's probably more the second week, because I'm getting very strongly these words of love coming in that second week. Or again, if you're the Libra male, that would be the best week to do it in. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. I only do one take of this, so, and I've been ill for the last couple of weeks with a cough, so that's why I'm a bit late with my videos being out. Anyway, guys, so the thing is, like I said, in that second week, guys, whether you're doing it, so if you're the Libra male that's saying that to somebody, again, not because you've been cold, just because it's something that you need to say, I guess some of you are a bit, particularly if you're saying to somebody that you don't know how they're going to respond, whether it's going to be favourable or not, you might be a little bit stressed a little bit for a couple of days, because I think that person makes you sweat a little bit, because they're just thinking about what to do. But the response will be positive, so please be brave. It's so going to be worth it. But if it's you guys that received a message from somebody that has been this cold as ice kind of person, I do see here you'll be like calling your friends going, I don't know what to do. You probably can watch this video going, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Because it's almost like you don't know whether to trust it or whether to say the right thing, or whether the person is putting the wool over your eyes. It's like music to your ears, but it feels so sudden and abrupt that you, because of the behavioural difference, or they say it but perhaps are still demonstrating some of their weirdness because, you know, it's a mask they hide behind a little bit. You're not quite sure what to do, so just watch out for not torturing yourself in terms of sleepless nights. In a way, the message, because it's been given to me that it's a message of pure love, you really can trust what's been said. The rest can be worked on. The personality, the thawing out can all be worked on with you, or allowing them to kind of, you know, melt themselves. So my suggestion would be to respond positively to it and to see what happens next. And I feel like it happens quite quickly. So I get here in the third week, there's much more activity between people. So again, it doesn't matter what type of situation you're in. I get there's abundance coming your way. There's sort of giving to you, or you're giving back. So it's a very symbiotic kind of experience where actually, so for example, you're the Libra male, you finally said something to the person that you're interested in, you took a deep breath, you were brave about it, they get back to you and say, that's wonderful, let's go out and have dinner, or I feel that too. Then they give you something, they say something nice to you, or they take you somewhere, and then it's like the beginning of working at something really, really well. And that's why it's so important if you're Libra male to actually do that. And the same will be true whether that ice cold person, male or female, suddenly comes back into your life. Give it back. It comes back again. They do something. You do something. It's the seeds of something starting to work. Starts in that week. And it's a lot of activity, a lot of planning. And it seems to continue even as you get into the fourth week. And particularly, again, it feels to me with the one that was cold really has melted. And I think, to be fair, we're in very, very, very different energy than we was last year. That's not really conducive for people to stay in a cold position, basically, because it's about getting on with things. It's about, if you don't want to be in it, then don't be in it. Don't be weird about it, if that makes sense. If you want to be in it, then be in it. So there is that sort of element going on. But overall, I'm getting here 90% of you. It's like a journey where it ends well. I say 90% because there's 10%, and I can tell you exactly the 10% where perhaps it's particularly where you have the cold communicator. That cold communicator is in a relationship with another person. So if you happen to be the Libra that's watching this, where you've got somebody that's behaving very, very cold as ice as you, because actually part of that reason is because they've got another attachment around them, you may be the 10% where actually, yes, they do say something which is pure love. They do mean it. They do start to put their efforts and work forward with you. But the one thing they're not willing to quite do is to end the other connection. So whether it's this month or another month, and you might just be very wrapped up in just having them back for now, but it's something that you need to understand is not gone, that may come back to bite you. It may also resolve itself, depends on what comes up later on in the year, and perhaps that's where a private reading might be useful for you if you're in that situation. But you need to know that if you're in that particular situation, yes, it's positive, but is it really? Because you're still in a triangle situation, basically. So anyway, I do hope that's helped you today, dear Libras. Thank you very, very much for coming here. Do like, do comment, do subscribe, do share. I do love to hear from all of you. Thanks very, very much for everybody who's been supporting me so far. I really do appreciate it. So again, I've been Bella, and I'll be back next month with your horoscopes for March. Take care. Bye.